Well, a grim outlook when it comes to the housing market and some just as disappointing news on the consumer confidence front. Let's bring in Business in Vancouver's Hayley Woodin for more on this. Good morning, Hayley. So let's start with the real estate market numbers from the CMHC. How long before prices are expected to go back to where they were?
Well, we're looking at some significant declines in the second half of 2020 with some recovery in 2021. But the CMHC says when it comes to house prices across Canada or sales activity, we won't reach or return to pre-COVID levels by the end of 2022. So we're looking at first a decline phase and a recovery phase that could last at least a couple of years. A similarly dire picture for housing starts, which are critical for our understanding of how much housing supply is on the way. CMHC says housing starts across the country could decline between 50 and 75% this year, and unfortunately, no rebound in sight for housing starts.
Yeah, long road to recovery ahead. Let's talk about the new data on Canadian consumer confidence. What do the numbers show us?
We have some interesting findings from Deloitte Canada. More than a third, 38% of Canadians feel comfortable going to a store at this point in time, even though we're starting to see signals from government that it is okay to do so. Interestingly, more than a third of Canadians do plan on purchasing more from brands that have performed well during the pandemic. When it comes to travel, we know more than half of Canadians plan on limiting their use of ride-hailing or public transportation over the next 3 months. And in terms of more bolder travel plans, there are still 6% of Canadians that plan on taking a cruise over the summer. Of course, that's going to depend on some restrictions lifting for them to be able to do so.
Interesting. There's still so much interest in that. All right, good to know. Business in Vancouver's Hayley Woodin, thanks so much.
Thanks, Neetu.